The next, on basis of origin, the meristematic tissues are classified into two types. One is a primary meristem, another one is a secondary meristem. So on the basis of their origin, the meristematic tissues are divided into two types. One is primary meristem, another one is a secondary meristem. Primary meristem. The primary meristem is derived from the embryonic stage, that is young stages. During the developmental stages, these meristems are present and it is differentiated into primary permanent tissues. So the primary meristem is derived from embryonic stage, that is seedling stage of the plant, and it is differentiated into primary permanent tissues. The secondary meristem, it is derived during the latter stage of the development of the plant. So the secondary meristem is derived during the latter stage of development of the plant body. So it produces cork cambium and interfascicular cambiums. So the secondary meristem causes the secondary growth of the plant. That is, the thickness of the trunk is due to the presence of the secondary meristem, which is responsible for carp cambium, formation of bark, and also interfascicular cambium, that is formation of secondary rings in the plant. In huge trees are responsible for the secondary meristem. They are mostly occurs in the dicotyledons. So the secondary meristem is derived from later stage of the development of the plant body. It produces carp cambium and interfascicular cambium. So this carp cambium and interfascicular cambium are responsible for the thickness of the plant. So the cambium or the tissues which are present in between the vascular bundles. So vascular bundles are made up of xylem and phloem. So in between the xylem and phloem, the cambium is present. The cambium have the ability to multiply more cells. So they are responsible for thickening of the plant. So the secondary meristem is responsible for thickness of the plant, that is secondary growth of the plant. The next type of meristem is based upon their function. So based upon their function, the meristematic tissues are classified into three types. One is protoderm, procambium, and ground meristem. So on the basis of their function, the meristematic tissues are classified into three types: protoderm, procambium, and ground meristem. The first is a protoderm. The protoderm, it gives rise to epidermal tissue system and developed into epidermis, stomata, and hairs. So the function of the protoderm is it gives rise to a epidermal tissues system and develop develop into epidermis, stomata, and hairs. Protoderm. The protoderm gives rise to epidermal tissue system. Epidermal tissue system is the outermost covering of the plant. So the outer layer of the plant is made up of epidermal tissue system, and it develops into, the protoderm is developed into epidermis, stomata, and epidermal hairs. So the epidermal tissue system is made up of epidermal hairs, epidermis, and stomata are makes the protoderms. The next type is procambium. So the procambium, it gives rise to primary vascular tissues. So the primary vascular tissues are xylem and phloem. So the phloem and xylem are formed with the help of the procambium. So the xylem and phloem are formed by means of a procambium. So the procambium it gives rise to primary vascular tissues. Example, xylem and phloem. The next type is ground meristem. The ground meristem, it gives rise to the all tissues except the epidermis and vascular strands, that is xylem and phloem. So the ground tissues makes the other tissue except the epidermis and vascular bundles, whereas the remaining part, cortex region, stele, they are all made up of the ground meristem. So the ground meristem is made having a cortex, pith are made up of a ground meristem. So based upon their function, the meristematic tissues are classified into three types: protoderm, procambium and ground meristem. So the function of the protoderm is it gives rise to epidermis, stomata and epidermal hairs. The procambium gives rise to xylem and phloem. Ground meristem gives rise to cortex, pith. They are all made up of a ground meristem. The next is the meristematic tissue classification is on the basis of division. So on basis of plane of division, the meristematic tissues are classified into three types. One is the mass meristem, rib or file meristem, plane meristem. Mass meristem, it divides in all planes in either anticlinical or periclinically. The meristematic tissues divides. Example, endosperm, young embryos and sporangium. So the mass meristem means the cells divide in all planes. It divides in perpendicular or it may be a parallel division. Example, endosperm, young embryo and sporangium. Rib meristem or file meristem, it divides anticlinical in one plane. Only it divides in anticlinical, that is parallel division only occur in this cells. Example, development of cortex and pith. The cortex and pith are derived from the ground meristem. So in ground meristem, the type of cell division occurs rib meristem or file meristem. Here the cells are divided parallelly to form a new cells. Example, cortex and pith. The last type is plane division. It divides anticlinically in two rows. So the parallelly these cells divides in two rows. Example, development of epidermis, that is outermost layer formation takes place by means of plane meristem, that is it occurs in protoderm cells. The next topic is theories of meristem organization and function. So many anatomists explain the root and shoot apical meristem on the basis of their number and arrangement, and according to propose the following theories, that is shoot apical theory and root apical theory. So many anatomists explain the root and shoot apical meristem on the basis of number and arrangement. They proposed shoot apical meristem theory and root apical meristem theories. First is shoot apical meristem. So the shoot apical meristem theories are apical cell theory, histogen theory, shoot tunica carpus theory. So the shoot apical meristem theories are apical cell theory, histogen theory and shoot tunica carpus theory. Shoot apical meristem. So the shoot apical meristem is consist of apical cell. Apical cell means the meristematic cells which have the ability to divide and increase their length. And leaf primordium. Leaf primordium means in this part the formation or emergency of new leaves are occur. This region is called as a leaf primordium. The first theory is apical cell theory. The apical cell theory is proposed by Hofmeister in the year 1852. So the apical cell theory, this theory was proposed by Hofmeister and it is supported by Nageli in the year 1859. A single apical cell is the structural and functional unit. So from this single apical cell, the other cells are formed. So the single apical cell is the structural and functional unit of the apex. The shoot apex is caused by the single apical cell. According to apical cell theory, a single apical cell is responsible for the structure and functional unit of a whole growth. So according to apical cell theory, the single apical cell governs the whole growth of the plant. The whole growth of the plant is caused by this single apical cell. It is in growth of algae, bryophytes, and pteridophytes. So the algae are green thallus plant. The bryophytes are called as the amphibians of a plant kingdom, and in pteridophytes, the apical cell theory, the apex cell is responsible for the formation of whole plant body. The next theory is histogen theory. This theory is proposed by Hans Steele in the year 1868 and it was supported by Strasburger. So according to this theory, the whole shoot apex is divided into three regions. The outer region is called as a dermatogen, the middle region is called as a periblemma, and the innermost region is called as a pleurome. So these three layers makes the histogen. So according to this theory, the apex region is divided into three. One is dermatogen, periblemma, and pleurome. So the dermatogen is the outer layer. The dermatogen is the outer layer and it makes the epidermis of the shoot. So the epidermis of the shoot is made up of the dermatogen. So it is the outermost layer. It gives rise to the epidermis. So the dermatogen layer is responsible for the formation of the outer epidermal region. The second layer is a periblemma. This periblemma makes the cortex region. So the middle layer is a periblemma. It makes the cortex and the innermost region is called as a pleurome. It gives rise to stele. The stele is the central part of the stem inner to the endodermis. The stele is the center part of the stem inner to the endodermis and it consists of pericycle, vascular bundle and pith. The stele is the innermost layer of the endodermis and it is made up of pith, vascular bundles and pericycle. So this region is called as a pleurome. It is called as a pleurome. This three layer makes the histogen. So the outer layer is called as a dermatogen. It gives rise to epidermis. The middle layer is called as the periblemma. It gives rise to cortex of the stem. And the innermost layer is a pleurome. It gives rise to a stele. The stele is the innermost layer and it is made up of three regions: pericycle, vascular bundle and pith. These three zones makes the histogen. The last theory is the tunica carpus theory. That is shoot tunica carpus theory. This theory is proposed by Schmidt. So according to this theory, the shoot consists of tunica and carpus. Tunica carpus theory. The tunica carpus theory is proposed by Schmidt. According to Schmidt, the shoot apex is made up of two zones. One is a tunica, the other one is a carpus. The outer region is a tunica and the inner region is a carpus. The tunica is the peripheral zone. Peripheral means outermost zone of the shoot apex that forms the epidermis. That is the outer layer of the stem is consists of tunica. The carpus, it is the inner zone of the shoot apex. It forms the cortex and stele of the shoot. So according to tunica carpus theory, the outer epidermal region is made up of tunica, whereas the remaining part is called as a carpus. That is the remaining part which consists of cortex and stele is called as a carpus. For biobotany, you have to put a separate notebook and write the assignment regularly in that note.